So, a lot of creators reacted to the Genshin Impact 5.4 live stream. A lot of people thought it was kind of mid, right? It wasn't the best thing they've ever seen. That phase 1 of the banner, ass. No one's gonna be pulling. Phase 2, kind of a few heavy hitters on there for Reno recently. Is what it is, right? Mini games look mid. Genshin is a kid's game. The events and mini games are made for little children. Grown-ass men aren't going to be interested in playing that. To be honest, why are grown-ass men interested in playing Genshin in general? Who the fuck knows? Is what it is. But anyway, Bran Online, brand new online basically was like, hey, not ready for me, kind of mid-patch. Co-op, Spiral Abyss was kind of interesting, but that's really it. And a couple of people got pretty mad at him, okay, in their reaction. They expectedly, the Hoyo Tards came out and were like, actually, it's a safe patch, so I don't know why you're getting so mad. Like, oh my god, no reason for you to get mad, bro. What the fuck? Bran has essentially put his foot down, surprisingly. You know what? Bro has got a spine, and I feel like Bran's about to make a base take and address the Hoyo Tard community a little bit. So, brand new online, let's see what you gotta say, man.
We gotta talk about something. YouTube, welcome into a little video, a little sit-down video, minimal editing, just me talking to you about something that I've noticed a lot going on recently, and it's honestly something that needs addressing by more people, I feel like. Where do I even start with this, man? Okay, so, I feel like you're gotta understand, and this doesn't go to all people, but a loud minority of people, that number one, everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
No, if you're talking about the Genshin community, no, you're not allowed your own opinion. The only opinion you're allowed to have is that Genshin is the best game you've ever played. Every patch is really good. And if it's a bad patch, well, then you could just save. Why are we complaining?
Including yourself and including content creators. And number two, mid doesn't mean bad. I don't know.
Okay. To me, when people say something's mid, that's just negative. It's a negative connotation. To me, I'm thinking of it negative way. I'm going to think it's kind of more on the bad side for me. So I want you to tell me if someone says mid, do you think it means bad? Do you think it means average? How do you interpret the word mid? Mid doesn't mean bad. It means bad as fuck. It's a gentle way of saying it bad. Average. Mid means mid. Average and uninteresting is mid for me. Mid equals boring, aka bad. Not good. Not good enough. Worst outcome. It shouldn't, but it does. Mediocre. Could be better. Well, there we go. We've got a difference of opinion even here. What mid? Some of you think it means bad. Some of you think it's just mediocre and average. It's just whatever. Got you.
Where this notion came from that when somebody calls something mid, it means it's bad. It means it's terrible. Mid, by definition, means middle. Like a 4, 5, 6 out of 10. Doesn't mean bad. We just reacted today to the...
If something's a 4 out of 10, that's pretty bad. I'll be honest. For a game to be 4 out of 10, I'll be so real. That's like... That's a 4... That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. No, if 4 is not mid. Yeah, that's bad. Ooh.
To the Genshin 5.4 live stream, which had some pretty cool looking story stuff. Nothing crazy, no Archon quest level stuff or Dean Sleeve stuff, you know, which would be considered good by the vast majority of people. A new character, standard character, in my opinion, doesn't look exactly great. Mid. And a few events that are just, you know, the events that we get all the time, or like very minor reskins of events or something not pertaining to the main gameplay of the game, which is the combat and exploration stuff. So in my opinion, the 5.4 update looks mid. It looks like a 5 or 6 out of 10. I gave it an official 6 out of 10. The amount of people...
Even I think that's kind of high. He's allowed to give it whatever he wants to give it. But 6? Holy.
That I've had commenting on that video saying, oh my god, you're disrespecting the devs, wanting them to work like robots, wanting them to be machines. You're just reaching for something to be angry about. It's so...
Base! Wait, actually, Brad actually being base. What the fuck are you guys saying? Reaching for takes. Yeah, you want the devs to work 24/7. You just want them to be slaves at this point. That's wild. Wait, Brad actually kind of having a base take.
Tiring to have people like making these wild accusations, putting words in your mouth constantly. I said the patch looks mid. That's all I said. Obviously, there was a bit more context to it while in the live stream itself, but nowhere did I say I want the devs to work infinitely harder or anything like that. There's also a lot of people in those comments and in multiple other videos comments saying things like, well, you might shit on it, but for people like me, a mid patch is good because it gives me time to save. Bro, good. I'm not... Listen, as a content creator, my...
Okay, good for you. Hey, if you think that having ass mini games means that, oh, it's a good patch for me, means I don't have to care about it and save more. Fair enough. You do you. Don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean that we still can't say it's mid as hell.
My job here is to entertain. It's to be my honest.
You have described right here the sunk cost fallacy. You've spent money on it, so therefore you feel like you need to praise it more. Otherwise it would be a waste. It's literally called sunk cost fallacy.
Entertain people and also enjoy myself and be honest with myself, and that's what I've always done since starting Genshin, and I can promise you right now that is not going to change. If I find something amazing, I'm going to say it's amazing, even if it's a difference from what other people think. If I find something dog shit, I'm going to tell you it's dog shit. If there's one thing that I want you...
Okay, then say it's dog shit. Then call a spade, Brad. Say 5.4 looks ass. Say it. Rip the band-aid off. Fucking rip the bat, do it. You'll be so based.
You guys to know about me, it's that I'm not gonna beat around the bush, and I'm just gonna tell you how it is. And a lot of people might think, oh, but you're so positive all the time. Bro, I'm really not. I just like things that not everybody likes, man. I really like the rhythm game in Genshin. I spent probably 12 hours playing it last week alone, and I...
12 hours play... Maybe, you know, maybe he's just a bit silly. You know what I mean? Maybe I believe him when he says he genuinely likes it, right? I believe Bran when he says he genuinely likes something and he doesn't like something. Maybe then he's just a silly little guy. Like for me, I like Fortnite Festival. I'm not going to play that for 12 hours a week. You know what I mean? That's a long time. He's just built different, you know? Maybe he's just built different. You know what I mean? It's fine.
I don't like certain other things like the combat that's currently in the game because it's just not my cup of tea. But for things like live streams, like Genshin updates and stuff, I've always been honest, dude. I don't know where this notion's come from that everything's 10 out of 10. No, dude. I always give my opinions at the end of story quests and archon quests and things like that. And most of the time, I give it like a 7, 8, 9. There's been the very
high
rare case where I've given, I think maybe...
And you could tell if I'm talking about him or the story rating.
2 quests that I've given a 10. Maybe even just 1, and it was Baiju's. Because it just
I've not done
Baiju's.
Baiju's.
And yeah, a lot of my titles and thumbnails for the live streams is like, this live stream's insane, this live stream's great, and it's usually because I genuinely think that the live stream's a very good live stream and it's going to be a great update. Obviously, it's overhyped sometimes in the title and thumbnail for clickbait because YouTube just works that way. Don't blame me, blame the company. Like I said, this is a job as well.
Again, making your titles and thumbnails clickable and clickbaity is fine. I ain't got a problem with it. But we all know that hoyo people do not like you making any kind of negative connotation towards their game thumbnails, right? Especially if you're a Genshin creator, right? And you make any kind of thumbnail that's mildly negative in any way. Yeah, people are gonna shit on you regardless. People are gonna like shit on you regardless. It is what it is. It's the unfortunate reality of that gadget space. It sucks ass. It's like the Marco Meatball thing, right? People are gonna find a reason to fucking hate on it. It sucks.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm also gonna play the algorithm to my maximum potential. But like, we really gotta stop villainizing people for having a different opinion to yourself. If you can't use critical thinking skills to just understand that somebody simply has a different opinion and isn't trying to force that opinion on you, then I beg you to better yourself as a person. And yes, this is a rant.
Wait, based? Bro said, do better. Bro literally said, do better. Okay, kind of based Bradu? Mr. Bradu based?
Dude, this is coming off as a rant because it is a rant. I'm tired of seeing it freaking everywhere. Brings me on to people like Marco, man. So many people have like basically driven Marco out of the space.
Yeah,
Bro
it
started
sucks.
making woo-wah content because he loves the game and loves the music. And Marco himself has said he is a very passionate person. He's a very emotional person, which I think is a great thing. It's a good thing to be able to show emotions, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration, whether it's sadness, empathy, happiness. It doesn't matter. Emotions are good to show. Being vulnerable is not a bad thing. Some people take on criticism better than others. I've kind of learned at this point to just push it to one side, but I'm so sick of people misconstruing what other people have to say. But when people put stupid words into your mouth and like make you out to be this kind of villain that's forcing other people to do stuff, it's kind of where I just start drawing the line, you know?
He's having an awakening. Bran is having an awakening. Oh my god, chat, this is the moment. He's being... Okay, we're gonna give him the woo-woo pill. Okay, Bran.
This is my message to you.
Come and join the woo-woo community. You already like woo-woo. Apparently, you've already said on Marco's stream you really like. You thought 2.0 was insane. Come to us, Bran. We will welcome you with open arms. You've had enough. You recognize you're having, this is your awakening moment, all right? This is your Gojo enlightened one, honored one moment, okay? This is the moment where we woo appeal you. The Kuro bot recruitment is open, okay? I've got the documents for you. It'll be so easy for you to sign. We will welcome you with open arms. We would love to have you, okay? We would love to have you. This is the moment, guys. Guys, we gotta be nice to Bran, okay? We gotta be nice to Bran because he is easy to woo appeal at the moment. He is easy to woo appeal. We gotta be nice to him. We gotta be soft on him and get him to join our side.
So many people pushed Marco out of this space because he just doesn't want to deal with that kind of stuff anymore. I'm pretty sure he deactivated his Twitter account because people on that platform just can't put two and two together sometimes. But YouTube comments are a whole different ballgame as well at the end of the day. The majority of the time, people can just use critical thinking. Oh, God. But like the stuff that I saw on Marco's stuff, all he's doing is sharing his appreciation for music. And sure, one of the biggest concerns that people had about him was like the thumbnail that he used. It was like a woo-wah thumbnail saying what woo-wah did great or something. And it had a Genshin character, you know, crying or drowning or something. I can't remember. And people said it was like poking the bear, you know? Yeah, it was. But there's a line, dude. Like, you can't, well, you can, but you shouldn't care more about your pixels than the words you see to
But this is the Hoyo Tard community. I said in my video, you have to think of the lowest common denominator in this gadget space, especially when you surround yourself with a lot of Genshin people. Single-brained retards, okay? A bunch of fucking window lickers, as I like to call them, right? They'll see anything minor and they will critique you on it. It's the unfortunate expectation of the space. It shouldn't be like that. It's fucking dog shit, but they exist. They exist and they're awful and they need to get a life, go outside, have sex, do whatever they need to do.
Some real person, whether they're a content creator or not, it doesn't matter. I see these people all the goddamn time saying like, oh, but they're a CC, like they're paid to do this. It's not the case. Also, if you see the amount of drama that is in the industry at the minute and the amount of views those videos get, do you not think it'd be just better to cover drama all the time and be negative about the games?
Oh. Oh. Is he calling someone out here? Wait, is he calling someone out? Oh. Drama channels.
Bro, the amount of drama farmers that I see that are absolutely killing it in the YouTube scene, and I have no shade against that, dude. You do what you got
Oh, bet. Okay, he likes us. Wait, never mind. He likes us, chat. It's all good.
to do. As long as you're being respectful to other real people while doing it, it is what it is. You're playing the content game. What I'm saying is...
Based? Wait, based? As long as you're not attacking other people. I feel like he's still maybe kind of throwing shade at some people in particular. I feel like that was kind of a nod to Tectone. A little bit, you know? Like, as long as you're not attacking other people. Ooh, Tento's gonna farm this when he's back. Yeah, Brad based? I think he's based, but I know there are some people that'll probably take that the wrong way. You know what I mean? Oh.
If people are being positive, you shouldn't shit on people for being positive. If they're genuine with it. The same way as if somebody's negative.
Oh, I feel this is... Okay, I feel this is a mad Tectone call out. Because Techie does have a thing where, like, if there's a bad patch or a bad story and people like it, he will be like, hey, why are we saying this to an obviously shit thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel this is a Tectone call out right here. In
You
disguise.
shouldn't shit on someone for being negative if they're genuine with it. If nobody else is getting hurt in the process, what's the problem? If someone's given that genuine opinion on a piece of media, you shouldn't attack the character. You shouldn't attack them as a person. You shouldn't send threats to them, because that's what I've been seeing a lot lately. A lot of people need to grow up, need to grow a backbone and realize that real people actually have feelings and emotions compared to your pixels that you care about so much. Oh, it's a sad world, man. It's a sad world. I feel like we've regressed so much in the past few years, and this has been happening on the internet.
I think it's fair to be like, hey, if someone has an opinion or a take that's different from yours, just fucking let them have it. We don't have to argue with them or everything. We don't have to see what the majority think and have to adopt that view set. I think there are a couple of people of the space that do kind of go, okay, what do the majority think? What's the most agreeable thing for me to say? And I'm going to adopt that as my views. That's how I feel like as couple creators do, whether that's a positive thing or a negative thing. Like, oh, if the majority opinion is to shit on this thing, I'm going to adopt that too because it makes the most sense. I feel like a couple creators do that. Same thing with it being the opposite, right? It just kind of is what it is.
For God knows how long now, and it's a shame, really. It is. It's a big shame. Like I said, criticism's one thing. If it's criticism that is constructive, I think it's a great thing. I think constructive criticism is needed a lot of the time. For example, if I put like a spoilery thumbnail or something, then sure, criticize me on that all you want. If I'm rushing through something and saying I don't like it, call me out on it like HSR. I just finished 3.0, absolutely loved it. I give it a 9.5. It was
oh no.
absolutely fantastic because I took my time with it over the course of a week and split it into 2 to 4 hour segments every single time. Absolutely amazing. Video coming on that very soon. But yeah, I don't know. Something
bad is subjective. But there are objective things you can measure with story and storytelling that you could actually like talk about and be like, how many objective things are shit, right?
Compel me to just sit down and talk about this. It was probably all the comments on the live stream reaction, because at the end of the day, yes, I think it's a mid patch. Do I think it's a bad patch? Absolutely not. Do I think it's a absolutely amazing patch that's gonna blow me away? No, I don't. Will I enjoy it for more than just the story stuff? Honestly, probably not. I probably won't even play the event mini games and stuff because they don't look that fun to me, other than the co-op spoiler-based looking thing. But just because I think it's mid doesn't mean I want you to think it's mid. If you think it's a 10 out of 10, I'm very happy for you. You'll need to really start understanding that people have their opinions and you're not going to agree with them all the damn time. If you agreed with everybody all the time on everything, that's a you problem. If you disagree with people, that's a good thing. We need critical thinking more than ever nowadays in this world that we're living in. Everything seems to be just spiraling down into this madness that it's just a worldwide echo chamber. It's insane. It's really sad. And I want to say a big thank you to the people that are respectful, especially if you disagree with my opinion and you just give me your opinion. I actually find it really insightful to see why other people like patches like this. For example, like a lot of people are like, oh yeah.
Don't forget, the people who are shitheads are a loud minority. They're a loud minority. But holy fuck are they loud. They're so loud.
Get to save my primos and stuff. That's great. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm so burnt out on the story that having a filler patch to just like take my time for 6 weeks is going to be fantastic. Fantastic, dude. That's great. Like, I have no problems with that. Just wanted to set the record straight. I ain't going to change what I'm doing, man. I'm going to keep being honest. I'm going to keep giving you my honest thoughts, whether I think something's mid, terrible, or fantastic. At the end of the day, I cover Genshin because it's a game that I absolutely love. So most of...
I just don't know what I think about people when they say that Genshin is a game that they love. Like, sure, again, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm like, damn, I'm still gonna judge you for it, you know what I mean?
The stuff is gonna be good to me, and there's gonna be the odd time where I don't like something, which is typically very evident because that's when people come out of the woodworks being like, oh, he's just trying to start drama. No, I'm just being honest. At the end of the day, there's not that many patches that I think are actually, like, bad in Genshin. There's been, like, one, I think it was, like, a Chiori patch or something, where there was basically nothing to do the entire time. It's very rare that I genuinely feel like I very much dislike a patch. I've played through pretty much every single one since 2.7 or whenever I started, 2.6. And I fell in love with the game and I do this as a job. I am so lucky to be able to do this as a living that why would I cover something that I don't like? I don't know. Some people can do it.
Equally, it's your job, you do it for a living, so you're not going to be as critical about it because you lose your livelihood. I think that's a valid thing for people to think. When you literally say, like, I'm just giving my opinion, it is what it is, but it's hard for people to always believe what you say when you rate something really highly that other people think, that seems a bit... Why are you rating it that high? When it's your job and playing these games are your career, of course people are going to question your authenticity. Where if you were to criticize it and not enjoy it, it negatively impacts you financially. Right? You have financial incentive to praise these games. So when people see you praise things that are like, we didn't know about that one, I think it's fair for people to call you into question. I'll be real. I think it is, personally. Guys, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a valid point.
I can't, dude. I'd get bored. I'd get angry. I'd get agitated all the damn time. I'm going to cover games that I genuinely enjoy, which is why I stopped HSR and why I've now picked it up again, because it is genuinely very, very good right now. I highly recommend it. It's also why I play like horror games on stream and why I created a whole second channel purely for Pokemon because I'm incredibly passionate about it. And one Genshin patch being mid is not a bad thing, man. Not everything can be peak all the damn time.
True.
Have some compassion. Have some critical thinking. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Honestly, this was kind of a based video overall. Like, on the whole, kind of a based video. I'll be real. Yeah, Bran kind of cooked through a lot of this. I think he just needs to understand his position and where he is with this game, right? He's financially incentivized. People, of course, are going to question his motives and stuff like that. He needs to be a bit more considerate of that aspect of things. But yeah. He said a lot of things a lot of us would agree with, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of Hoyo people take things way too far. They don't need to. People just want to play the games and have their opinions, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? So, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go subscribe to Bran for being kind of based in this video. I'm live almost every day. Twitch.tv, Cabinetz. Link is in the pinned comment. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.